everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here a little late with my September TBR because I went back and forth, honestly, on if I was going to make this video, if I wasn't, if I was going to set any sort of TBR, or what I was going to do. However, there are a lot of readathons and events going on in September that I want to talk about, and I also am going to use them to guide my reading. So let's just get into it and talk about what I'm going to be participating in and what I'm going to be reading. Okay, first is Series September. So this is Krista from Books and Jams and Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand, and they do this I think every year for like ever. And the goal is to work on some of your series. Okay. Right. That makes sense. I think I'm starting more series than I'm working on, but they do have a 3x3 bingo board that is all related to on the cover. So on the cover of your series. However, I'm going to somewhat ignore that bingo board until later in September. And then I'll kind of peek and see like where I've fallen accidentally. And if there's anything that I really want to fit in to complete a blackout or a bingo or anything like that, then I will piece those in. But I'm not gonna, like, my goal is just to read some series. So the first one that I'm gonna read is Miss Julia Takes Over by Ann V. Ross. So this is a series, this is number 2 in a series, and this is about a woman named Miss Julia. And I read the first one, gosh, a while ago now, and I have the first like 8 on my shelf, and I was mediocre about the first one. I enjoyed it, but I don't know where I fall with the series, so I'm gonna read another, and if I feel meh about it, I'm gonna unhaul the whole series, which would be a big clear out, and that would feel really good. So this is definitely a priority. This is a Southern woman named Miss Julia. She gets a kid at her door that was her late husband's, and there's all sorts of things going on in this, and it's definitely got like those Southern vibes, and I enjoyed it. Like, I gave it 3.5 stars, and so we'll see. The rest of the series is kind of make or break for me. Then we have The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris, and this is the first in a trilogy, and I have the whole thing on my shelf. This is one that it's based on the powerful true story. And I've heard such great things about this. And so let me know if you've read this, if I need to prioritize this. This is on my list. It's series to start, but again, I have the whole trilogy. And so if I really don't like this one, I'll just unhaul the whole trilogy, or I can read the whole trilogy and then move on. So we'll see what happens here. Then we have, let's see, you guys are going to laugh, The Shunning by Beverly Lewis. So this is the first in an Amish series, and you're going to see why I'm picking this in just a second. But this is the first in an Amish trilogy, maybe. And I know I have them all again. So, and this is Raised, and I really like that. And so there is that. Then we have The Bean Trees by Barbara Kingsolver. So this is another one that I think is a trilogy. Maybe I don't have all of them on my shelf. Honestly, this has been sitting on my shelf for a while, and I don't know why I'm like intimidated. Don't think I'm going to like this. And Becca from Becca Books and Bougeot and I have been planning to buddy read this. And so I asked her, can we do it in September? And she said probably. So we'll see if this one gets read. And then The Nantucket Inn by Pamela Kelly. This is another one that is the start of a series. I don't think I have the rest, but it'll let me know if I need to look out for the rest or not. This is, I think, like a women's fiction romance kind of series. And so those are all the ones that I'm reading specifically for Series September. Now, the reason I picked those out of all the thousands of series on my shelves, either full or partial, is because there's also a readathon going on called Shorty September. So it's by Fiber Artsy, Too Many Heathers, and Roving Reader. And the goal is to read short books. And so to get through your stuff. And I think there's like a graphic with prompts. Again, I'm not going to get too worried about the details. I'm just going to practice reading short books. And now that feels like something that is very doable because I've been a little slumpy. You guys know that it was kind of a slumpy spring, kind of a slumpy summer, and we're just struggling with the slumps lately. And so reading short books, that feels like exactly what you're supposed to do when you're slumpy. So reading short books, also getting like hooked into a series, both of these feel like they like fit into what I need anyway. So the reason that I picked The Nantucket Inn, The Bean Trees, The Shunning, The Tattooist of Auschwitz, and Miss Julia, I believe. Miss Julia. Maybe not Miss Julia. Oh, just barely. But these are all under 300 pages. So this is what I would consider short reads. They're all under 300 pages and they're all series. So these 4 double dip for me. This one's like 310 pages, so it's just slightly more than that, but still not very long. So in addition to these 5 that I've already talked about, we've also got The Loyal Wife by Natalie Borelli. So this, trusting her wasn't a mistake. Betraying her was. This is a thriller that's been on my shelf. It's got really like wide margins and things, and it's like 250 pages. So there's this. There's also Dear John by Nicholas Sparks, which gotta love it. This is under 300 pages. I have not seen this movie. Nicholas Sparks has a place in my heart, so judge me if you want. But then we have Lean on Me by Pat Simmons. This is a women's fiction. It says no one should have to go at it alone. Tabitha Nicely is overwhelmed with sorrow and exhaustion caring for her beloved great aunt whose dementia is getting worse. When her neighbor Marcus Whittington accuses Tabitha of elder neglect, he doesn't realize how much his dreams have he doesn't realize how his threats, there we go, to have Aunt Tweet taken away add to Tabitha's pain. I feel like that was a really hard sentence for some reason. Then Marcus gets to know the exuberant elderly lady and sees up close how hard Tabitha is fighting to keep everything together. Tabitha finds herself leaning on Marcus, etc. So there's that. And then we've also got Little Souls by Sandra Dallas. So this is another short, I think historical, maybe, a gripping tale of sisterhood, loyalty, and secrets set in Denver amid America's last deadly flu pandemic. So 1918, Spanish flu. I love that. So we have quite the stack here, and these will be the ones that kind of guide my reading. So other things that are going on this month. So Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day, she has an autumn reading challenge, and again, it's a 3x3 bingo board. You can kind of interpret them from what I remember. I think you can interpret them how you will. Some are bookish, some are activities, or you can make both work for whatever. And again, I am going to not follow that like for my TBR, but I'm going to peek at it later in the month and see if there's some things I can fill in, because they're like short story, orange on the cover. I think there's like fire and rain and creepy and trees and leaves. And so you can make those your books. You can make those how you read. I think I need to rewatch the video. I will link the video down below. I will link all of these creators down below so you can go check out more details about these readathons. And then there is Survive the Night Readathon. This is hosted by Reading with Jess. This is just September 12th to 16th. And this is a really fun readathon that I believe I participated in last year, but it is it's a very involved readathon on Discord, all of that. And so I'm not going to be participating, but I wanted to shout it out. We've also got Weekend at Timmie's Readathon round 2 with Brittany Loves Reading. And this is just the weekend of September 20th to 21st. So go check her out if you're looking for just a quick weekend readathon. And then the Scooby Doo Readathon, which I think sounds so fun, but again, is a little more involved than I'm wanting given all the slumps. And so this is hosted by Sonia with an I and Books with Amy Marie, both creators that I really enjoy. So I will link them down below. You can go check out the Scooby Doo Readathon and see if you want to participate in that. So I feel good about this stack. I mean, it's a fair amount of books. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 books, and it's a pile of possibilities. Honestly, it's a pile of possibilities, but I'm like feeling good about these because I would imagine they're all shorter audiobooks and or shorter physical reads. I will also have my September book haul revisit, which I don't even know what's on that. And I've got a couple other things that I'm working on kind of behind the scenes. So I've got more than enough here, but I feel like short books really help me with the slumps. And so perfect timing, right? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So let me know what you are reading. If you're participating in Series September, Shorty September, Chantel's Reading Challenge, any of these readathons that I've talked about, let me know what you're participating in. Let me know if any of these books are like ones I need to bump up priority and make them a definite TBR, not just a possibility. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.